While not exactly new, Farm Together is practically the archetype of the relaxing, unpunishing video game. Therefore, it caters to about as special a target group as Dark Souls does, but probably the opposite one. So, might this game be something for you? Let's take a look together, and I will show you what you need to know to decide for yourself. You're watching The Gaming Greyhound? If you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe. And now, without further ado, let's go farm together. Farm Together was developed and published by the Spanish-based Milkstone Studios. They produce a lot of very different games, including games that are more in the vein of a Dark Souls. But I would think Farm Together is probably their most successful game yet. Originally released in October 2018, you can now get it on almost every platform, including the Switch. There are over 10 DLCs already available, providing you with new themed content. So if you don't find a design in the base game that you really want to have, it's actually pretty likely that they can provide you with what you want. May it be medieval, Roman, or even a space pack. But those DLCs only provide you with additional assets, but no new gameplay elements. So you don't need to purchase anything to get the full gameplay experience. So what is the gameplay about? Well, you would never have guessed it. It's about farming. You build your farm with crops, livestock, flowers, fish, and trees. Every one of these categories functions a little bit differently. After you harvest the crops, for example, you have to plant them anew. You can water them so they grow faster. Animals you need to keep fed, or otherwise their production will not finish. Trees provide you with resources at specific seasons of the year, depending on the type of tree. And so on and so on. I won't go into all the intricacies. But the gameplay design element that stands out is that everything is done in a relaxed pace and without punishing you for anything. Whatever you plant, whichever design elements you place, you can move them without having to sell them like in so many other games. So nothing is set in stone, you can always change it later. Also, those design elements, even the later ones, do not influence your productivity or something in any way, so you can choose what you really like and you're not forced to put stuff in your farm that you don't like just because it gives you some bonus you need. So you build at your own pace, without any risks. Nothing will die because you forgot to water it or feed it. At worst, things will just take a little bit longer. So this is an ideal game to play, for example, with kids. And the game makes that especially easy. There is even local split screen play available. But you can also open up your farm to the public. So every time you're online, other people can join and help you. Watering plants, harvesting, stuff like that. And they do that because they can then take a bonus back to their own farm. There is loads more to discover. For example, you have 4 different currencies, which you use for different stuff. And you even build houses that you can decorate however you want to. But you will have fun discovering all of that, so let's keep it at that for now. So what are the outstanding qualities of this game? Well, for one, it is not challenging. Not challenging at all. You never have to be very quick, you don't have to do things in the right order. You do things when you want and how you want to. There are no enemies in this game. There are not especially smart tactics to figure out. There is not a single moment of suspense. That might sound boring, and for some people it will be, but it also leads us to our second quality. An extreme feeling of freedom. With the tools the game provides to you, you create your world, your little farm, how you want it to look and at your own speed, without any repercussions. And this makes the game also really relaxing. That is supported by the cute graphics and sound effects and underscored by the fantastic soundtrack. The game is no technical powerhouse, but its art design works very well with the engine, creating a game world that looks really polished, but doesn't need a too beefy machine to run. It runs on the Switch after all. Everything looks very pleasant and playful. Even pop-ups in the distance are made with character, which may make it more visible, but also lets it seem intended. Overall, there were some very smart decisions taken. The soundtrack also deserves attention. It is comprised completely from acoustic versions of songs from the artist Josh Woodward. Even if you don't play the game, check out the songs on the streaming channel of your choice. It's worth it. Let's get to the summary. Farm Together is a fantastic game if you want to relax. Are you looking for something you can play with someone else? Do you like just doing your own thing without being interrupted? You don't need a challenge, the sense of progress is enough for you. This game might give you dozens of hours of fun. You need challenges? You want to have clear goals that you can reach? You like to strategize? You don't care how your farm would look. You want to spend your time on optimizing. You want a more realistic simulation. Then Farm Together is probably going into the wrong direction for you. But that's it for this game. If you want a quiet, unpunishing, feel-good game, you might have found a new perfect game for you. You were watching The Gaming Greyhound. Thank you very much for that. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I see you later. If you want to help me out, please subscribe, ring the bell. I'm pretty sure you have heard that in other videos before. Bye!